66.41, that may well be enough, but she'll come back for a second attempt to try and get over 68 metres.
So our first individual track action in the sunshine, ready to get underway. Round one of the women's 200 metres. There's a couple of records for you, including the world record, that phenomenal 21:34 back in 1998. And here's the start list then for heat number one. The Canadian doesn't start in lane number 6, so is Shearer a DNS, and it'll be the first 3 and the next 6 fastest that'll go forward to the semi-finals tomorrow night. Satu Kamara from Sierra Leone will start in lane number 8 in her 3rd Commonwealth Games. Chloe David of Vanuatu joined us in lane number 7, 17 years old. No one in 6. And in lane number 5, Christine MBOMA from Namibia, the world number 4 this year. The 19-year-old has had injury problems since May this year, but she's back in the mix and here in Birmingham. And Ndolo of Kenya will start in lane number 4. She's in her 3rd Commonwealth Games, very experienced, under 23 seconds this year. Ella Connolly of Australia, the 22-year-old, ran in the World Championships recently for Australia. And inside Connolly in lane number 2, Ori Njado of Gambia, running the heats of the 100 metres here and back for the 200 metres event. So as I mentioned, the first 3 and the next 6 fastest, so therefore, as you see on the graphic, the top 24 needed to move forward to the semi-finals. And everybody waiting to see what shape Christine MBOMA, the Namibian, is in lane number 5. 21.87 seconds this year, but had that thigh injury back in May in a race in Nairobi. Got back into training, though, in late June. And sits very high on the world ranking list with that 21.87 clocking, as you would expect, under the magical 22-second barrier. But they're waiting patiently here. Had that slight delay, didn't we? With the issues and the false start of the men's decathlon 100 metres. There's Ella Connolly, the Australian, 22.95 this year. And a 23.27 clocking in her heat at the World Championships in Oregon. Coached by Gary Patterson.
On your mark.
And now they're being brought to their marks by the starter. Heat number 1 then in the women's 200 metres. Some athletes coming back from their 100-metre exploits, some athletes concentrating just on this 200-metre event. And the fastest in the field in lane 5, MBOMA of Namibia. There she is.
Set.
So a silence falls across Alexander Stadium. A nice clean start on this one. Connolly going well in lane number 3 for Australia. Kamara running nicely on the outside. But it's the Australian Ella Connolly who's going to lead into the home straight. The top 3 guaranteed a place in the semi-final. MBOMA now, though, puts her foot down and will come away as our first heat winner. The Australian will finish in 2nd, 23.20 seconds. No wind at all at the Alexander Stadium here this morning. And Christine MBOMA gets the job done. And that was expected, Steph Reed, when you look at the rankings, but she's had the injury problems, but looked pretty good there.
It did look really good. I think, actually, I want to start with Connolly. I thought that was such, a 200 meters is known as an endurance sprint event, but that does not mean that you conserve your energy at the start. You have to get out. But then what MBOMA did really well, the way that you carry that momentum is you have that beautiful, efficient stride, even when you're tired. It's a great race from both of them.
Christine MBOMA, the Olympic silver medalist in Tokyo last year. But here you go, Steph. As you say, Connolly got out really well round the bend.
She did. You have to drive hard those first 50 meters. As I said, there's no time to conserve energy here. And then as you come off the bend, that's when you really want to, they call it a slingshot. That's when you straighten up and get into your full flow. And that is when we really see MBOMA come into her own. And as you say, you never know when an athlete is coming back from injury. Hamstrings are very important, and we don't know how they're going to react, but I think that is a clear sign. MBOMA has come, and as you say, she's just focused on the 200 here. 4 of the other women in the heat did the 100 heats also. And it was an interesting, what Tim was saying, the advice from Linford Christie about how to manage your emotions as you come through the heats in a championship.
Does she look totally comfortable? Not for me. We'll see what she's got when the semi-finals come, but when you've run sub 22 seconds and you've got the talent, the semis onwards is when it matters. MBOMA then 23.20 seconds.